Hello everybody, Chocolate1000 here, reporting for duty. Welcome back to an episode of Pokemon Legends Arceus. Last episode, we finally got to evolve our team member of Sliggoo into Goodra. After showing you that you can just get yourself an alpha Hisuian Goodra in Ocrum. After you can get a guaranteed alpha Hisuian Goodra in Coronet Highlands. There we go, I'm talking way too fast again. Anyway, this episode, we're going to be tackling our final noble boss fight, the Avalugg. After getting my team healed up, we are ready to get going. Why, if it isn't Bella. What a pleasure finding a familiar face, or any face in this far corner of the Alabaster Icelands. I came to bring Garrick an order of sword caps, and he was more than willing to have a chat about Avalugg. What do you say? Interested in a bit of gossip? Not really, we might as well listen. And why wouldn't you be? So, Avalugg, yes? The fifth of Hishui's nobles. That he is, and you know what? He's an absolute beast. Well, yes. According to what I was told, not only does he barrage you with chunks of ice, he also fires off massive icicles, and he can cause sharp ice crystals to erupt from the ground below you. Doesn't that seem a bit too powerful to take on? What's more, apparently the Avalugg of old could be up to 100 feet tall. Really? Doesn't that seem a bit too big to take on? Oh, you'll be alright. You just have to eat some sword caps, then give your training your all. Nothing better for building muscle than that. Onward now to the arena. So yeah, he's saying sword caps because it basically... Sword caps are an item that boosts your Pokemon's attack when in battle. But the problem is, you're deliberately using the item to raise your Pokemon's attack, which allows the opponent a chance to do a free attack on you and knock you out. I suppose my freezing digits and I will be off. So there we go. Don't have to concern yourself with the Alpha Marcham because we've already caught it now. Oh wow, we got two rustling order bosses here involving Bergmite, possibly. Oh, we were too far away. Yeah, you need to stand close enough to allow the Pokemon to spawn in. There we go. If you stood at a distance, you will not encounter it. Right, I'm just flying along over here so that way I can register this area real fast. There we go. Now let's fly back here. Now, if you do not want to lose any stuff in this boss fight, I recommend you save right here. So we are to quell Avalugg, as you wished. In the end, the strength of your feelings won out, or maybe your real strength comes from the way that you walk along with both people and Pokemon. Well, I suppose I'd better get to work making some bombs using that eternal ice. I've heard how they are made, and with muscles like mine, it'll only be a matter of moments. Well, a moment's work, even whatever. A pointless zooming on his face. And there you have it. If you truly wish to quell Avalugg, then walk on. The path lies before you. But know that Avalugg will hurl chunks of ice at you without relent. You'll need unrivaled dodging ability. There's Avalugg. Yeah, it's a really big Avalugg indeed. And sure enough, is another Hisuian form. The fact that every noble Pokemon has been a Hisui form of a Pokemon. Avalugg, originally in Carlos, pure Ice type. However, in this game, he's an even worse type than he is normally. He keeps his Ice typing, but he also gains the extra typing of Rock. What you need to do is you try and dodge in between those ice crystals. Oh, watch out for this! Yeah, that's summoning ice crystals under your feet. If you're doing this distance, you won't be able to see them coming. Oh, ow. I dodged way too early on that. These are the ice missiles. Then he'll come closer. And he's going to fire a laser. Just dodge through that. And now's your chance to initial battle against him. We are going to open up with a bulk up. And Hisuian Avalugg has a new move, Mountain Gale. I wish I could go in. Actually, you know, I got Bulbapedia up. Let's just load it up right now. Mountain Gale. In Legends Arceus, Mountain Gale inflicts damage and lowers the user's attack action speed. But in Generation 9, it was changed from having 10 PP from the original 5 in this game, and has a 30% chance to cause the target to flinch. On a Pokemon whose base speed, I kid you not, is a base 38. Yet, in his normal Avalugg form, his base speed is 28. So it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to give him 10 I'm going to give him a boost in 10 speed, which makes absolutely no sense, because changing a move to allow you a chance to flinch the opponent, which you're never going to do unless you're in a Trick Room team, by the way. Yeah. Nobody likes this Pokemon, and I am one of the very few who do not like Avalugg, regardless of which form it is. Because literally, he does have 184 base physical defense no matter which form he is in, but his special defense is what hinders. In his original Avalugg form, he has a base 46 special defense, but this form, he has 36. So basically, Hisuian Avalugg had his stats altered to give him 10 attack more in, say, it gives him 10 more in attack and speed, but at the cost of his special stat. So you make him weaker in the special defense just to raise his speed, which makes no sense. But anyway, we've beaten the Noble. And this is what Hisuian Avalugg looks like normally. We received the Icicle Plate. Garrick, sir, you needn't look quite so downcast. But seeing mighty Avalugg quelled, and by such a slight child? A child that fell from the very sky! Is this Bella Girl some kind of monster in disguise? She is no monster. She's the one who risked her life without a second thought in order to quell our frenzied, suffering nobles. Bella, Garrett cares for the Pearl Clan with all his heart and believes in Almighty Sinnoh just as deeply. So he has feared more than any of us that getting involved with the Diamond Clan and your Galaxy team could cause our people to flag into their devotion to Almighty Sinnoh. But that will change. Irina? I know your fears will change once you see what I've seen. Bella has much to teach us. She's shown us how we can overcome all manner of strife, so long as our Pokemon are with us. She's made me want to help Glaceon realize greater strength as well, and to see my whole world grow broader. It seems you've already changed, Irina. I knew you could pull that off, Bella. You quelled every last frenzied noble. So, is that space-time rift going to start closing up now, or what? There's little way of knowing for sure, though. The rift does seem perhaps a little smaller somehow. Let's hope so, anyway. Well, with any luck, things will settle down now. Although, even if the rift does start spitting out more of that strange lightning, we should still be alright as long as we've got Bella. Indeed, we should be. It's good to have her at our side. You know something, Irina? We may never agree on who's got it right about Almighty Sinnoh, but your Pearl Clan folk aren't all bad in my book. Look who's finally seen reason! Anyway, now we've quelled the last noble, I say we pay grim old Commander Commodore a visit and see if he'll finally crack a smile for us. Always a joker. But yeah, we don't have anything left to do in Alabaster Icelands now, so let's head back into Jubilife Village. So everything should be A-okay now, right? They said that the space-time distortion, not space-time distortion, the space-time rift should be closing, but that does beg a question. If it so closes, how will we get back to our own timeline? Yeah, that's actually a question to actually make wonders, honestly. But to be honest, it's not like we're expecting these guys to know the answer to that, because they don't even know what the space-time rift even is. Well, we got up a rank at least. And back to the village we go. Now, before anything else, I want to address this now. If you have any quests, side quests specifically, that you want to complete, make sure you do them now before you report your findings to Commodore about quelling the Lord Avalugg. I'm not going to be taking into consideration in this case because this quest, too tedious. This one, too tedious. This one, too tedious. This one, I can actually do. I just don't know why I didn't bother doing it. This one, not as tedious, but you need to show at least one form of Wormadam at least. Doesn't matter which one. This one, tedious. And you've noticed a reward there. The linking cord. Linking cord is an item that allows you to evolve traded Pokemon. So, if you wanted to use a trade evolution Pokemon in your team and you can't do trades at all in Legends Arceus, that's how you do it. Use the linking cord to your advantage. We're going to show Trash Cloak Wormadam so we can complete this task. However, seriously? You got another task for us? Oh, great. She now wants us to have shards. Actually, no, we can actually do that now. We can do that now because I actually stored them in the storage unit. There you are. Let's deposit these. There we go. Do that. And now I'll quickly go to the photo guy because I think I remember him wanting to see a Turtwig. Oh, it's down here. And I think that should be the last task that he would have for us. So we don't have to concern ourselves about that anymore. Now, one last thing I'm going to do is Choi. He wanted me to give sand radishes to Tower Hall. So we're going to do that. And of course, Wanda has gone missing again. How many more times is she going to keep disappearing? My God, there's even a task down here too. There we go, give the sand radishes. Now, we'll report back to shore. I'm not even going to accept any more quests at this point on right now because they are honestly time consuming. Because this quest is like, once again, we need to go back to Alabaster Icelands in order to find Wanda. I, for the life of me, honestly do not care about that. I really don't. Actually, you know, might as well accept it. Now listen, I'll set you up with some new goods, but as a favour to Bella, not you. Don't think for 1 second this means I've accepted you. But Town Hall, sir. Oh please, Grandpa, I can't believe this is still an issue for you. Yui? How long have you been there? Why? Is our little store not worthy to sell your goods? Talk about letting personal feelings get in the way of your business. If you keep this up, Grandpa, I swear I will never speak to you again. Why, sweet Yui? You swore you'd never get married and leave your poor Gramps. Who in their right mind takes a tiny child's words so seriously? So that's the reason why he had a grudge against Choi this whole time. He stuck to the word that his granddaughter said from her childhood, saying that she would never be married at all and never leave her granddad. Oh dear me. But be thankful, that's the last time I'm going to have to deal with any of choice quests. Now let's just accept this quest. Now here's the girl I was hoping for. Wanda's constant savior, Bella. I'm afraid the day has finally come. This time, Wanda couldn't even find her way back from the Obsidian Fieldlands, right on her own doorstep. Wait, she's in Obsidian Fieldlands? Not in Alabaster Icelands. Okay, not where I thought that direction was going to go. Right. I really need to improve on my satchel space because I have been struggling with space a lot lately. I just hate how it gets more and more pricey the more times you do it. You see, because it actually went from 1,000, 1,500 to then go to 2,000 to then go to 2,500 to then go 3,000, and the next one after that will be 5,000. I just hate it, this guy. The fact is like, oh, constantly improving your satchel space, but he raises the pricing every time you do it. It's honestly the most stupidest thing ever. So here we go. Make sure, like I say this, when you're doing side quests, if you want to complete them, do not activate this cutscene. Because once you activate this cutscene, you will not be able to like complete them for quite some time. Each of the Pokemon nobles become frenzied, and now each of them have been quelled. We still have no explanation for why this calamity befell us, but I'm glad to see it put to an end. And to think peace will be restored to Hishui by the hand of our mysterious Riftborn helper. When tomorrow dawns, it will dawn on a world restored to normalcy. I've never heard that word before in my life. At long last, we will be able to return to our normal lives. Go nourish yourself at the wallflower and allow yourself a good long rest. Don't forget the Survey Corps' work is not over. It does not end until all people can live here in Hishui without fearing the Pokemon around us. I'm not even going to bother reading the textbooks in this again. It's just potato mochi, talk about our findings, talk about what happened to the nobles and everything else. So yeah, I'm just gonna like skip this entire thing. So yeah, Ray's asking the question, if the rift disappears, will I be stuck here? Yeah, we're not over yet. Disaster looming. I'm going to very quickly change my outfit real fast. To that. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to take the hat off. Now, you're probably wondering what that sound was. Let's go have a look. This doesn't look good, Bella. Some sort of dreadful energy seemed to be pouring from the rift in space-time. Now the entire sky has gone red. I've word from the commander. You're to report to his office at once. The way the sky has changed. It is ominous. Very ominous indeed. What's this about, Commander? You did call us here to discuss the quelling of the nobles, didn't you? That can wait. There is more pressing concern here that must be addressed. The first strike of that strange lightning, the one that drove Clevo into a frenzy, it struck the night that Bella fell from the sky, did it not? It only seems natural to think that the two events might be linked in some way. Who or what are you really, Bella? I don't really know. Indeed. You came from the rift, as did the lightning. You're connected to these frenzies, are you not? Did you think to gain our trust by quelling the frenzies, but you yourself brought about? And having gained our trust, what then? What is it you really after here? Now hold on, Commander. There's nothing to suggest that Bella has wronged us. Exactly, and besides, do you really think she's got the sort of fearsome power it'll take to make all this happen? Let me ask you in turn. Can you prove beyond a doubt that she is free from guilt? This person, this stranger appeared out of the rift in space-time. Who here can guarantee that she is who she says? Who here can guarantee she is to be trusted? But that's... no one can do that. You're asking us to prove a negative. How is anyone supposed to prove the absence of all doubt? Come on, let's be reasonable. What is Bella supposed to do then? She will be given the chance to investigate this latest disaster, but not as a member of the Galaxy team. She remains a suspect unless she can clear her name. There are those in our village who cannot trust a stranger like you who fell from the sky. And so I must ask you to leave. You are no longer welcome in the Galaxy team. Consider yourself banished from this village until you can explain why these calamities keep befalling our good people. No. Until you've restored our world to its rightful state and proven your innocence beyond doubt. Is that clear, Xylene? Yes, sir. How can you act so heartless? Don't you believe in Bella? Do not attempt to intervene on her behalf. I will do what I must as the commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. But I have not forgotten your deeds, nor the unusual skill you have displayed. That is why I have chosen to let you walk out of here free, rather than clap you in the chains. You're to be expelled from the village? Seriously? Orders are orders. Let's go. Yeah. We are put at blame for something that's not even our doing. Commander Kamado wanted to find out information about these nobles being in a frenzy. He tells us to quell them. We've done so. And now he's pointing us at blame for doing it in the first place and telling us to get lost. Kind of... How do you put it? Outlandishly... I want to say tedious, but I do not know. We can take them here, man. Understood. However, the decision was mine to accept this stranger as a member of the Survey Corps. It is only right that I should personally escort her from the village and to the Fieldlands camp. I'll come too. As will I, naturally. I'll allow it. Then I'll mark you all down as bound for the Fieldlands camp. Safe travels. Can't believe the boss would do this. You quelled all the noble frenzies under his own orders. Quite right. Moreover, even if you did happen to fall from the sky, that hardly gives you the sheer power to turn it red. This is utterly intolerable, and I might add, absurdly unscientific. As a man of science, I must fight for illogical thinking tooth and nail. You must not. You will only cause Bella more pain if you are driven out as well for defending her. However, there are others who might offer help. You've been an aid to both the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan. Of course, perhaps Adam and Irina might take you in. Though I'm afraid they're both already returned to their respective settlements. I bet you could at least start by finding Leon at Grand Tree Arena. Not sure where it might be if you want the Diamond Clan. Don't die alone out there. That's an order. I will ensure you have all you need to complete the survey the commander has tasked you with. If I might offer my advice, in this life you will meet with both admiration and abuse from others. However, how others choose to view you is a choice only they can make. You cannot make it for them. All that truly matters is that you hold firm to your own values. What of the dream I first shared with you on Blue Beach to complete the Pokédex? That dream simply won't come true without you. And with that, we have been kicked out of Jubilife Village. We are not allowed to enter that area anymore. That is why I said to complete the side quests now, before you activated the cutscene, talking with Commander Kamado. Next time on Legends Arceus, we go see if we can find help in figuring out why the sky has turned the way it is. See you guys then.